In her latest 2 live streams, Foodie went swimming and followed it up with a grilled cheese mukbang. As someone who swims 3 times a week, every single week, there were quite a few weird things about these videos. So in this video, let's take a look at them and discuss. First off, Salah has really taken a back seat in the swimming video. He's physically distanced from the camera, he's speaking into a microphone, and we barely see him the entire hour. His dictatorial side is still coming out in the way he mods though, and he's continuing to time people out for writing negative things. But it does seem like Foodie's taking a page from her audience and not showing him as much. Also, the placement of this video on Foodie's main page as opposed to their couples channel is very telling as well. It seems that she realizes she's not going to get as many views over there, which is interesting.
Ghostface, Charlotte, P-Mac, Night Owl, Elena, SUP, and Salah's here. Say hi, Salah.
Hello guys, how are you doing? So I'm just here as a lifeguard for her just in case, if she needs help. So I'm here, babe.
Another strange thing is that Foodie still seems to be very scared of the water. Not just getting her face wet, but being too deep in the pool as well. You can see it as she tries to do her laps. Now, I'm not saying that a little hesitancy isn't normal. I just don't understand why she doesn't start in the shallow end and water walk until she can't touch anymore.
Oh, I can't. Oh.
You okay, babe?
Yeah. What if Salah's getting ready to jump in and save me?
By my estimate, this pool is about 15 to 20 meters long, and Foodie for some reason has decided to hang out in the middle. So that leads me to the next question: does Foodie even understand what swimming laps means? When someone asked her in the mukbang how many laps she did, I believe Foodie said either 4 or 5. And when someone mentioned to Foodie that she seemed tired, Salah snapped back with, well, maybe she is a bit tired after swimming for an hour. Yes, that swimming live that you missed. She in no way swam for an hour, not even close. But I digress. I don't want to discourage her or anybody from trying out swimming. The purpose of swimming laps is so that you can keep track of your progress. You start at one end, you go to the other, and you come back. And then the next time, you try to do a little bit more. Okay, so this is lap number 1, and she does seem to swim a bit, remember, from the middle of the pool to the deep end, and then supposedly back. It's off camera, so you can't see for sure. Okay, so now in lap number 2, she's starting off from the same mid-pool position, and she goes about 3 or 4 feet, switches over to a sort of freestyle, and then who knows. For the next lap, Foodie finally goes to the shallow end of the pool and heads out towards the deep end. This is probably the most honest effort at doing a lap so far. At one point, she even mentions the dog paddle that I mentioned in my last video about her swimming. So hi, how you doing, Foodie?
What's the dog paddle?
So this brings us up to the next question, to kick or not to kick. If you're swimming, actually swimming, yes, you should kick. For proper propulsion through the water, you also want to make sure that your feet stay in the water. You don't kick at the surface, bringing up lots of water droplets or splashing other people. You basically want to use your feet like flippers. For some weird reason, Foodie holds her head above water like a child does, and she also holds her feet above water occasionally. I honestly have never seen that before, even in kids. The way she holds herself when she tries to swim is so weird, it's almost concave, like a contact lens.
Okay, let's do more.
We got this.
At one point in the video, I have to stop and wonder if she really is that much of a dim bulb. See, she got water in her ear, and instead of just shaking her head and getting it out, she screws up her face like a little baby and says, "Oh, I think I've got swimmer's ear." It reminds me of the way she says, "Yeah, I think I have something like cellulitis," or "Yes, I have undiagnosed sciatica." Foodie, before you open your mouth, stop and think. You just have water in your ear. It's not that big of a deal.
I think I have swimmer's ear. I think I have swimmer's ear.
And of course, the last final weird thing is that I'm really surprised she's still swimming in all of her regular clothes. According to her latest community post, it seems like Foodie is looking into other avenues, like ordering from Temu. Personally, I do believe that her best option is to have something made. She really needs something that'll fit properly to about mid-thigh, that'll cover everything up without being too flowy. Now, before I go, I did want to reiterate that I don't want to discourage anybody from trying out swimming. I personally love it as an exercise, and I think it's great for anybody with joint issues. Now, all of that said, number one, if you are going to get into the pool, wear the proper clothing. And number two, do a little research into the type of swim strokes you want to try. Water walking is a great way for anybody to start. Just do it in the shallow end, do some sort of laps, and then count so that you can increase each time you go to the pool. The first stroke I would try is backstroke. Here's a little homework for you, Foodie. Look up the technique called chicken, airplane, rocket. That's halfway what you're doing in the pool when you flip over on your back and it seems like you really want to start swimming. Chicken, airplane, rocket. For a forward-facing swim, I would do a modified breaststroke or a front crawl with a styrofoam kickboard. But remember, keep your feet in the water and use them like flippers. And of course, you already know that I think a forward dog paddle is an easy stroke for everybody because it's pretty intuitive. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. Did you find these things weird as well? I'd love to hear from you.
You guys were right. This is literally the best form of exercise because I don't feel any pain. Like, I don't feel any pain.